Okay, this video is for you, Don. This is my test indicator. This is an old Craftsman. And I'm zooming in on it so you can see that it goes 0.0005, which is 1/2 of 1,000th of an inch, which means that each one of those hash marks represents 1/2 of 1,000th of an inch. I'm going to put my phone back up here in this mount here real quick. Secure the phone down. Hopefully it won't fall out. Okay, there we got it. There's a little bit of a glare to it now. Let's see if we can't move this around and change that. Not really. Just zoom out a little bit. But anyway, let's zoom all the way out to let you see what I've got going on here. I've got it attached to my magnetic stand, which of course isn't doing any good on a wood tabletop, but what I've done is I've got the pointer, as you can see, well, maybe you can't, just sitting on a block of wood. When I come back up here, here's a fine-tune adjustment on my stand, and as we zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to see the needle move. You see that? See how the needle's moving? I've got the worst lighting in the world right here, right now. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, I had to reposition so there wasn't as much glare. Once again, there's the indicator. And what I'm doing is my magnetic stand, and I've got a fine adjustment here. And as you can see, as I turn it, I can do the fine adjustment. Now what that's doing is that's moving the indicator up and down onto the surface that you're trying to measure. And when I get it just right, I got it right at 0. Let's zoom in for a second. Let's get it right on the 0. Okay. There we are. Now let's zoom back out for a second. And what I'm doing, if I got it tilted down, you can see the point. And the point's just resting on a block of wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this feeler gauge, which is 5/1000ths, and I'll just run it underneath there. I got to try to hold it completely flat and move it across there. I'm not holding it completely flat. And of course the block of wood is moving now, so let's see if we can do that otherwise. But anyway, it is accurate. See, just touching the block of wood throws the thing off. It's that damn sensitive. So, but you get the idea. The reason why I'm shooting this video is I just wanted to show you this and what you can do with it. First of all, it's on my magnetic stand, so I'm going to loosen everything up and go ahead and get this off of here. I'll loosen it up there. We'll loosen it up here. And just wanted to show you a couple other features about this. Is that one, it's being held on the back by this pin. And what you can do is you can just turn the pin. The pin is threaded. And you can just loosen that up. And you can just loosen that up. I might have to put it back in the holder to loosen it up. Get it back in there. There, now I've got it broke loose. But anyway, here's the pin. And if you look real carefully, let's see if I can zoom in on it. You can see that the pin is dovetailed. You see the dovetail. And the pin itself is threaded, that when you tighten it up, It runs that threaded rod into the back of it, and that's what snugs it up. So you got this dovetail cut, and the indicator also has a dovetail rail in it. And all you got to do is put it into that rail like so. And see, it can be adjusted anywhere up and down the rail. And then you just tighten up the pin, and it's got it. It's got a hold of it good. And here's another neat little feature of it. It has that same dovetail rail on the front side right here. So you can take that pin and slide it right into the dovetail on the face side as well. See if I can do it. See, and you can tighten up the pin, and it can be mounted that way as well. You see, you can mount it this way if you need to. It also has a larger pin like this that would fit inside of your magnetic stands on the ends of your clamps, whatever you might have. It has the large diameter pin, which just threads right into the end, just like that. Just threads right into the end of it like that. And it doesn't have to be super tight. And it can be held in place with that big pin if you want. It also has a smaller pin, which is right here. See, and these are all standard machine measuring sizes. This one here, this pin here, the threads are a little messed up, so it won't run all the way down until those threads are cleaned up. But still, you can still hold on to it like that, you see. This one doesn't have to be on there at all. This can come off. You set that aside. So we have two different sizes there, and here's the neat thing. You can take this screw out, and it's threaded, machine thread, so that you can mount right through the end if you needed to. It also comes with another piece like this. Let's set this down for a second. That is two different holders, with this one here having a dovetail in it, so that you can put it on there like so, and just snug it up, and you can have it mounted like that, you see. So you got all these different features. You can also you can see how you have two different size pinholes. You can use either one of those depending upon what size your pin is, whatever size you're going to use, whether you're going to use the larger one or the smaller one. And so you got that feature on there, as well as let's bring the box over here for a second. Let's see if we can't back some of this stuff off for a minute. Get this out of the way. We can get that in the light. But in the box, you also have a pin that's an extension. And as you can see, and that would just go like inside a magnetic stand. It's just a smaller diameter than what you have on there, you see. So, and here's a collet, and I don't remember how or why that got in there, but it's in there. As well as there are also, let's see if I can pull this off. There's also different points for it. I can't seem to get them out, but you can see there's another point. There's two of them. There's one over here, and there's one over here. And those things are so tiny I can't even pick them up. I'd need to have a pair of tweezers just to pick them up. but those are in the box as well. And there's also a beam in here that can also be utilized for mounting if you have one of those beam type mounts or something. Because what I noticed is this beam is the same size as what you would use like on a mill or a lathe. On a lathe, on a motor lathe, this would be where your cutting tool would mount to. You see, so they make a beam that size so that you can just put this in a tool holder and utilize the test indicator that way right on the machine, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's put that collet back in place and zoom back out. Set this aside. Get all these other pieces. You get there's another piece here. And this is once again to be able to go on the end of your beam and snubbing it up, and it's threaded on the end so that you can mount it that way if you need to. So that's in there. I already pointed out this one. You see, and that goes right there in the box like that. And this piece here belongs on my magnetic stand. Might as well put that back on there before I lose that, because I still need to hang on to that. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can pull this off on camera. Nope, can't do it. So, there, we got it. We got it now. And it's just some of the coolest things about this tool. All these different ways that you can mount it and you can use it. And so it's a pretty handy tool, and it's really accurate. So it's kind of a nice feature. Let's, oops, forgot to put this back in there. This has got to go back in there. This has got to move. This can probably go over here or something. And let's see, we got to get this pin back off of here. I think that goes right there. And then this tester goes back. Let me see. Goes back in that slot like that. Just like that. And you gotta kind of got it, that whole little toolkit all right together there. So, and I made this video for you because you're gonna see that in the mail. I wish I could edit this video a little shorter, but this is as short as I can make it. Have a good one and enjoy it.